Good evening. How are you doing today? I can tell you that Netter and I are both a little bit like you see Sherlock in my icon today. I've got a bit of a head cold, and Netter has some sort of what?
I see Bill Bixby.
Let me see what's showing up on the YouTube side, because that's the only thing that's important. You're right. I'm showing up as Bill Bixby, even though I'm correct in the chat. Give me a second. I'm just going to refresh, and I'll be right back.
So
they're not going to hear you in just a second. And we're back. I should be looking a little bit more Jeremy Brett right now.
Yes.
But yes, as you can tell by the picture, he's not feeling so great, and neither is Netter. And like I said, bit of a head cold. I'm not doing too badly, but her voice is waning very quickly. Real quick, want to say hi to everybody who's here, starting with the first name I'm seeing here, which is Jamie Lynn, who says, can't wait. Obviously, you couldn't wait. You were the first one here. You were fairly early, 3 hours early. So welcome. Andrea Black says, cool beans. Thank you. I think it's cool beans that you're here, Andrea. FKHC 2005, also known as Tim. I don't have anything to give this week, so there once was a man named Sherlock who had a... Oh, never mind. I see that. JPRPH1 says Sparkwood 21 raid. Correct. And if you are coming over from Sparkwood 21, I hope you did not leave Cosme, because it's just the same Cosme link. But if you weren't there, you can still go ahead and click on the link pinned to the top of the chat. Accounting Sheep says, howdy, folks. Good to see you. And salute to you, Deleted Scenes. The star of Fluff Chick Productions, Connie Cleary, says, hi, chat. Deleted Scenes says, like, share, subscribe, comment, become a member, gift a membership. Yeah, that would be very, very generous. I would appreciate all the clicky things that you feel comfortable with. And then he drops, of course, the membership emojis himself. Wallace Lang, always looking forward to seeing you on a Tuesday night. Hail to you, my friend. Even though she is feeling under the weather, she still has the energy to call me the love of her life. I appreciate that. The Peter Venkman fan site. Peter Venkman's girl says, have a great show. Dropped you a drive-by like. And I know you shared out the stream too, because that is what you do. You very much like so many others, including
Joe's Atmosphere.
Joe's Atmosphere, yes, thank you. That was the name I was trying to remember. See, I guess the head cold really is getting to me. Joe's Atmosphere and so many others that are so great about sharing out the streams. It's just like me,
I just did.
It's just what you guys do, and I super, super appreciate you all for it. Let's see here. And I do think that catches us up. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Let's because I am starting a little late. I do apologize. Let's get to it. Click on that Cosme link up at the top, and we will get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Back to Baker Street. Let's see here. So the original story was Holmes relating this case to Watson, as he had already solved it before he and Watson even met. The dialogue between Holmes and Watson about Holmes's earliest cases is a nod to the true story. Even when Granada made a deviation from what was in the original stories, it always kind of nodded to it, kind of for those that were paying attention. Because the concept of Holmes being sick and needing a vacation was originally from another story, the Reigate Squires. That is so true. Sliders did multiverse way better than the MCU has. And the original story was part of the memoirs of Sherlock Holmes, not the Return of Sherlock Holmes, which is the block of stories that Granada is telling right now. Okay, that's a sweet kitty, Tim. Who is that? Looks very much like Netter's Mischief. Speaking of showing a kitty.
Actually, that's more of a tortoise-haired cat. Mischief was more stripy. Oh, the second picture.
Yeah.
Yep, the second one looks just like Mischief.
Yep. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Sure.
Have you ever lied under oath? Nope. Even though that's why you were disbarred and impeached? The ancestral home of the Musgraves is a moated manor home at Bradsley, Clinton in Warwickshire.
The fresh air would do him good.
This is the first episode to not feature 221B Baker Street. Roll in the hay. That was the barn cat at the place I go riding weekly. He died in 2023.
Oh.
Not 2 days.
Short of his 17th birthday.
Yeah.
He had lived indoors the last 9 months of his life. I tamed him down, basically.
That's
Aww.
sweet.
Yeah, my mischief kitty was always an indoor cat. The furthest he would venture is maybe into the backyard to get a little bit of fresh air and sun, but he never had any desire to leave the backyard.
It is the only gripe that I had with these Granada productions that they didn't adhere to the chronological order of the original narrative of the Doyle writings. I understand that. Well, it's my only the only issue is that I don't really, for most of them, they don't seem to need that kind of chronology. They were all pretty standalone, especially when you consider how they were released in the Strand magazine. How wise! That's funny. Very convenient. Uh,
He's on the drugs again.
yeah.
He's on loopy juice.
I know that when the stories were being published, the Strand magazine, that they were individual separate short stories. Yes, exactly. And then compiled, in collections later on. At least he's having fun. Got to see him before he died on Good Friday. I saw him that Saturday. He went through the death stuff, and he died on Easter sometime between 1 and 4 a.m. The owner of the house wanted to take him to be put down once he started the death stuff, but he won't let anyone touch him. Basically, wouldn't let anyone touch him. He went out on his own terms. He was born on the farm, and he died there too. Yeah. Jeez. Everybody's on the loopy juice here.
It's like, oh my goodness.
I know, right?
It wouldn't still be warm.
You know, here's the other thing. For crying out loud, I'm sick. I'm supposed to be on a holiday, and I'm still having to solve mysteries. Darn it. Accounting sheep. Well, she had it coming. Over at the Frankenstein place. I didn't take notice. I don't know. Hey, Curtis.
Okay, I stepped away. What did he do?
He was going through his master's family documents, and he's being sacked, and he's begging for being let go at the end of the month, so it can appear that he's leaving of his own free will.
Mm.
He was very leniently dealt with. That does seem like a reasonable hypothesis. He said the thing. He said the thing. Now here is another deviation from the story, necessitated by the setting. An oak tree formed a large part of the original story. They just mentioned the oak tree. However, the crew discovered there was no oak of sufficient size anywhere near the house until the designer came up with the idea of putting an oak on a weather vane. That'll be coming up shortly. World's greatest detective looking around an empty field. Are there any other large trees around here? I think he meant on the estate, ones that he wouldn't have had in direct line of sight.
Why would you go outside in the fog? I'm gonna guess she can't swim.
In the case of Sherlock Holmes, intravenous cocaine, I believe.
I'm wondering how difficult it was for him to keep this blanket around him for the entire episode.
Especially when out gallivanting. Like, yeah, see?
She fell in.
They don't know that yet. I did like the look that he gives him. Like, how did you know that?
I would have been more vague and just say it was more than 60.
Yeah. I don't think he's caught on yet. Ah, he just saw the one on the weather vane. And so did Holmes.
Trigonometry.
Yeah. Now the staff of Ra.
Right. So he was, if I understand this correctly, the rich dude was brought up that that was just some rite of passage ritual.
Right.
That you just had to memorize this poem or whatever.
Right. And they would have been able to solve it more easily if the trees were still standing that it refers to. Or the other tree, I should say.
But how do you know what time of day that you're supposed to?
From the ritual.
Ah. Now he's George Washington.
Well,
And how does he know the other fellow wasn't there? It's not like it was dusty.
well, it's not like he's tried to dig it up or anything like that.
Now who's got a light? Just I say they lifts up the lantern. And apparently it smells because two of them are holding their noses. Oh. Well, someone's dead in there. So was the treasure ever there?
Yeah, because he's really trying to solve a larger mystery.
I gotta admit, Sherlock is really good at puzzles.
Yep.
I think I know how he got stuck in there. He propped one of the pieces of wood to keep it open, and it popped out, and he got stuck.
He couldn't lift it from or push it from beneath, and he suffocated. It's also why his hands were in that position.
Yep. I just need you to help me lift this really heavy door.
Right. He actually doesn't even know what's in there for certain.
Do we know?
If I knew, I wouldn't be telling.
Well, I'm presuming it's some sort of treasure. It looked like there's some boxes next to him.
See, if I used just one of the 30 fishing rods for leverage instead of asking for her help, uh, he'd still be alive. This is why fishing is better than women. Okay. Oh, Mr. House Party, I'm sorry I didn't see this sooner. $10 super chat to say Pedro, Pedro, Pedro. Well, thank you so much for that.
Oh, thank you, Mr. House Party 6. You are so very generous.
And Deleted Scenes has posted his stream so that we could forward to it.
Okay.
And Pit Snipe Husker, how you doing? He says, Troy, what are we doing? I was relieved to see y'all online. Well, it's good to see you. Have not seen you in but a minute. Netter is feeling a bit under the weather. She's losing her voice, but she's otherwise quite well.
Hi.
Yeah, see? I got people on the USS Abe Lincoln got scared all to hell and gone earlier this weekend. My mania ain't come down yet. I totally understand. Got a buddy who was on a holiday in Egypt, got out of Cairo airport just hours before stuff started going down. The Broken Crown of King Richard the Lionhearted. Yep.
It's a good thing it wasn't like half out of that when that fell.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he still would have died, but
The string gets pulled, y'all. Yeah. Pit Snipe Husker says, hang in there, Miss Netter.
Thank you.
Very much like the death of Ophelia.
And there she goes, running towards the house again.
Right. Whoops. Chat just scrolled on me. I was trying to read. 4 former U.S. presidents are caught in a tornado. 4 former U.S. presidents are caught in a tornado, and off they spin to Oz. After trials and tribulations, they finally make it to the Emerald City, come before the great wizard. What brings you before the great and powerful Wizard of Oz? What do you want? Jimmy Carter steps forward timidly. I had a terrible time with Iran, so I come for some courage. No problem, says the wizard. Who's next? Ronald Reagan steps forward. Well. I think I need a brain. Done, says the wizard. Who comes next before the great and powerful Oz? Upsets George Bush. Sadly, I'm told by the American people that I need a heart. I've heard it's true, says the wizard. Consider it done. Then there was a great silence in the hall. Bill Clinton is just standing looking around, but doesn't say a word. Irritated, the wizard finally asks, what brings you to the Emerald City? Is Dorothy around?
Ew.
Yep, that's about right. Anyway, that is the Musgrave ritual. And let me see. Next week, because I need to know this, I got to get it set up.
And since a lot of my members are here, if you go to my channel, like, where I do the posts and stuff, y'all chose the later date, March the 26th. Now you just got to choose what you want to do on that date. So make sure you head over there and put your vote in.
So next week, Holmes is called to a manor house to investigate the brutal murder of a country lord with a fireplace poker and reconcile the story of his bruised and battered wife with the facts. It is the Abbey Grange. That is next week on the return of Sherlock Holmes. So what a great crowd we had here today. A lot of faces I haven't seen in a while. So glad to see you. Stay right where you are because we are going to chauffeur you over to deleted scenes as soon as the credits finish. So I want to thank all of you for hanging out with us this evening. Go encourage deleted scenes on his anniversary. Take care of yourselves. We will be taking care of each other over here. Stay hydrated. I'm saying
Hail
directly.
Hydration.
I am saying directly at Netter. Hail hydration. Drink responsibly, and of course, we'll see you all on the next one.
An admirable account, Watson.
Oh, you don't think I've put too much color and life into it?
Oh, my dear friend, I humbly defer such considerations to your excellent literary judgment.